In our feelings of I am, we draw people, places, and things to us that help us maintain what we believe to be our identity. Piece by piece, brick by brick, we build this ego personality, which here in the tower is represented by the tower itself. Then something happens that shatters our illusions and the tower crumbles. In the tower card, this sudden occurrence is symbolized by lightning striking as if God himself has metered out some divine intervention. The two male figures being ejected from the tower are symbolic of our dual nature. In life, there are two distinct ways in which the tower is experienced. One is when something unexpected happens to us, and the other is when someone else deliberately undermines our personality and therefore damages and destroys our self-confidence. What has happened since 9/11? Everything, and I'm speaking for Americans here, everything that I've known about America, all of the safety and security that I ever felt, and trust me, it was overflowing. Well, that's all gone. And it's gone because now we have to worry about terrorists. Now we have to worry about where our loved ones are. Are they going to be put in harm's way by some crazy terrorist? And to some degree now I have to worry about the government because, in all honesty, right up until maybe 2 years ago, I never really doubted the government. I was a very, very, very proactive Republican. I voted for George W. Bush, twice. And now, to be blunt, I feel as though I have blood on my hands. I firmly believe, absolutely 110% believe, that the occultists pushing this New World Order agenda, pushing the New World Order, which is absolutely satanic in nature. This is one world government. This is a hybrid of fascism and communism and Nazism. It's coming. And 9/11 was used as the catalyst to bring it about. That was the defining moment. That was when these people stood up and said, now is the time to bring in the New World Order. And go right ahead. You can look for the quotes by Gary Hart right after 9/11 saying, hey, now's a good time for George W. to do something his father talked about. Bring in the New World Order. And, it all came out of nowhere on a day that was no different than any other. So now I'm going to read to you one more little piece of information here. This is another take on it from astrologyzine.com. The tarot card is often regarded by people who see the tarot card deck for the first time as one of the scariest cards, like the death card or the devil card, to other scary cards. It has a lot of black in the dark image, while all the other cards have bright colors or colored or light backgrounds in the popular and most familiar of all tarot card decks. In most tarot decks, the image of the tower card is a tall tower, somewhat like a modern lighthouse. This lighthouse is being lit up by a lightning bolt and flames of fire. Two people are falling headfirst to the rocks below, as if they had been blasted out of a doorless room at the top of the tower. It certainly does look like a scary sight, and one can only wonder or fear what might happen to those poor people when they hit rock bottom. Now, does this imagery strike you at all? Did you not see this on 9/11? Were these images not plastered everywhere for weeks and months? Do we not still see them today? We are seeing only an instant frozen in time and have no idea what will happen to those hapless souls in the next instant. All we know is that they have suddenly been sent tumbling down to the earth from a high place, as a result of forces beyond their control that have struck them down like a bolt from the blue. No warning, no idea why, no time to even think about what is happening or what to do about it. One moment they are comfortably perched high in their room at the top, and the next moment they are taking a fall. And they don't even know if they'll survive the fall as they hurtle headlong from the top to the bottom. What is even more scary is that the occult meaning of the tower card is destruction. It could look like a card you would not want to see coming up in your reading. This card should be welcomed and not feared, for it can give you a helpful warning to change something now to prevent a loss later. I believe, to the Luciferian, we are the people falling from the tower. We are those that were struck. And maybe they didn't know the appointed hour. Maybe they planned the appointed hour. I don't know. But the fool is the Luciferian. And I believe absolutely that the fool is partaking in a sacrifice. Remember, the fool let out the shout. The fool somehow found a way to manifest lightning and zap the tower. Again, I will read this to you one more time. The tower is rubble, only rocks remaining. Stunned and shaken to the core, the fool experiences grief, profound fear, and disbelief. But also a strange clarity of vision as his inner eye has finally opened. He tore down his resistance to change and sacrifice. Therefore, he's ushered in change and given a sacrifice. Then broke free of his fear and preconceptions of death. He dissolved his belief that opposites cannot be merged. Opposites such as what? Death and life? Good and evil? Communism and fascism? How about just merging Luciferianism and Christianity? Our president seems pretty good at that. But here and now he has done what was hardest. Destroyed the lies he held about himself. What is left is the bare absolute truth. On this he can rebuild his soul. Well, the wonderful country that we believed so long that America is or was is gone. That illusion is gone. The innocence is gone. Now, I love this country. I love the men and women that protect and serve this country, and by no means am I pointing a finger at them. But I am pointing a finger at the leadership in this country because they have sold us out. They wanted to get their third eyes opened. They want spiritual change. They want the Blavatsky, Bailey, Spengler, New World Order, New Age religion, theosophy. A religion of divine masters, spirit guide beings. They want the energy of the Christ, not Jesus Christ. This is a merging of opposites, polar opposites, Christianity and Luciferianism. So I won't bang it into your head anymore. I won't drum it in there. I just wanted to get this out there. I wanted to share this with you because I found it to be most interesting. And I'm assuming that most of you know a little bit about theosophy and about the New World Order. But if you don't, if you're new to this type of information, then I encourage all of you to check out my podcast. You can go to salvationrevelation.com and download them there. Or you can just go to iTunes and punch in Salvation Revelation and you can get them there. So I guess I will say goodbye for now. I want to thank Andy and Daniel and everyone at The Edge for giving me a chance to speak. And I hope to talk to all of you again very soon.
Thursdays on The Edge.
I'm reading e-groups on the web here tonight. Earth change is coming, so they say it's right. We're watching schedules of the Mayans, they're for Mars. And inside info is like a dream. I wanna know, are you with us here tonight? We're on a hill or the battlements. Contrary to current modern talk, some say war is not so bad. The station static is alarming, my friends. Don't know what it means, or is it real? The last transmission was squelched out.